Now Greek invasion. We'll study. So theory is given here. You can read by stopping the videos, and we are coming directly to the questions. So which one of the following dynasty was ruling over North India at a time of Alexander's invasion? Nanda was not ruling. Okay. It was ruling here. Nanda was ruling at a time of Alexander's invasion. Okay. Not Chandragupta Maurya. He was not the one. There were 8 inheritors of Mahatma found in Puranas and Buddhist text. Dhananand was the last ruler of this dynasty who was also contemporary of the legendary Greek ruler, referred him as Agramij. Xenophon described him as a wealthy person. Bhadrasala was his commander. Okay. Which one of the following rulers of Magadha was the contemporary of Alexander the Great? Dhananand. Okay. Consider the following statement. After the campaign for nearly 2 years, Alexander the Great left India in 225 BC. Okay, correct. He was defeated by Chandragupta Maurya. Wrong was correct. Because Chandragupta Maurya was not ruling at that time when this Alexander attacked. After demolishing the Achaemenid Empire, here see the correct answer. Achaemenid Empire in 326 BC. Alexander started his Indian campaign with a huge army. After 2 years, he returned to Greece from Patal in 325 BC, but he was not defeated by Chandragupta Maurya. Right? The women of which Indian Republic or kingdom had taken up arms against Alexander after a large number of its soldiers had been killed or wounded in the battlefield. This is Masagga tribal. Right? Aswaga was a frontier republic at the time of invasion of Alexander, whose capital was Masagga. Right? According to Greek writer, the women had taken up arms against Alexander. Just these, they were so brave. When a large number of men were killed in the war against, the description described by Alexander had killed all of the women of this town. So hateful. Okay. So he was cruel also, and his ambition destroyed many. Right, but he died in small ages. Okay. Alexander's success in India was due to the following. There was no central power in India at that time. Correct. This is correct. That's why they ruled na, on India. Most of the rulers. He had a superior army. Correct. And he was helped by traders, Indian rulers, right? Many traitors who were not helping each others. He was a good administrator. This is not the correct answer. So all three are correct. He is the correct answer. The first three reasons given behind success of Alexander in India are correct. Dr. Hemchandra Rai Chaudhary mentioned 28 independent powers of that time. It means there was no central authority in India at that time. Undoubtedly, Alexander's army was superior. Many Indian traitors, kings like Ambi supported him. Being good administrator was not a reason behind his victory over India. Right? Name the brave Indian king whom Alexander defeated on the bank of river Jhelum. Porus was defeated. Okay. The realm of Porus, Puru was located between Jhelum and Chenab river. Alexander defeated him on the bank of Jhelum river. But he was impressed by his courage and became his friend and returned his state and also gifted him some more areas. So, who one of the following had not come to India with Alexander? Who didn't come? Demicus. Okay. Demicus had not come to India with legend. According to Strabo, Seleucid Emperor Antiochus sent his ambassador to the court of Binsara named Demicus. Okay, he came very later. Now we will study about Maurya Empire, which is a very important topic. Okay, you can see the theory part. By stopping video, you can read it properly. Otherwise, we will cover everything from the questions. Okay. So, first questions. First Indian Empire was established by Chandragupta Maurya with the help of Kautilya. Chandragupta Maurya is considered as one of the greatest emperor of India. He was the first emperor who brought toughest together with small fragmented kingdom of the country and combined them into a single large empire. He expanded his empire to the age of what is now known as Iran. Such a vast empire, you may imagine. That is called greatness of Indian ruler. He was the one who first unified India politically. Remember this, Chandragupta Maurya unified India first time politically. The first empire was established by which ruler in India? Chandragupta Maurya. Undoubtedly, he is the one asked in BPSC 2020. Okay. So here, which among the following is India's oldest dynasty? Maurya. Maurya dynasty is India's oldest dynasty because it ruled 321 BC to 184 BC in the given option. It was established by Chandragupta Maurya after what? Kusan dynasty, Gupta dynasty, okay, and Vardhan dynasty ruled over ancient India. Who was the founder of Maurya Empire? Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya figures prominently in the book of Visakhadat. Mudra Rakshas authored by Visakhadat. Remember this. This is important. Okay. Provide various information about the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. Mudra Rakshas written by Visakhadat. Okay. Dhundi Raja had written a commentary on Mudra Rakshas. In this drama, Chandragupta is described as the son of Nandaraj. This book depicts Chandragupta as a bristle and Kulhin, who was called as Sandrocus by Justin and the Greek writer Chandragupta Maurya. William Jones was the first scholar who recognized Androcotus as Chandragupta Maurya. Arrian and Plutarch also described him as Androcotus. Remember this, Androcotus and Androcotus, name of Chandragupta Maurya. Justin, a Greek writer, described the meeting of Androcotus and Alexander the Great. Okay. Who recognized Androcotus as Chandragupta Maurya? William Jones. Who of the following mentions about the meeting of Androcotus Chandragupta Maurya with Alexander the Great? Okay. Who? Justin. Justin, a Greek writer, described the meeting of Androcotus and Alexander the Great. Okay. Kautilya was Prime Minister of Chandragupta Maurya. Kautilya made an unforgettable contribution to the establishment of Mauryan Empire. He was well known as the Vishnugupta and Chanakya. Remember, the Vishnugupta was the name of Chanakya. Okay. When Chandragupta Maurya had the responsibility of uniting Indian Empire as emperor, Kautilya served as a prime minister, advisor, and chief priest. He was the pioneer scholar of political science, also known for his famous book Arthashastra. Remember this book, written by Kautilya. This is one of the oldest book which is based on political condition of India. Arthashastra doesn't mean that economy; it means political condition of India. Okay, at that time. Okay, Arth means wealth of political system. How to regulate the political system of a state. This Arthashastra talks about it, not the economy. By which name was Chanakya known in his childhood? Vishnu. Say Chanak gave his son the name Chanakya. The ancient Shastra has been traditionally attributed to Chanakya by a number of scholars. Arthashastra identifies its author by the name of Kautilya, except for one word that refers to him by the name of Vishnugupta. In this question, name of the Chanakya in childhood is asked. So far, the above option. Vishnugupta is found to be most appropriate. According to researchers, man Chanakya or Kautilya is presumably the name of the author's Gotra clan. Another name of Chanakya is Vishnugupta. Okay. Kautilya Shastra is book on not economy. Remember this, never. Principle and practice of statecraft, wealth accumulation, foreign policy. We can go with the more than one. Okay. A Shastra by Kautilya strategy and polity during the Mauryan. Remember this polity. A Mauryan monarch kingdom. Okay. Maurya was a monarchy. Remember this, not republic. The Saptang theory of the state was introduced in it, which include the 7 elements of the state. How many elements? They used to ask how many elements. 7 elements. Okay, mentioned in Arthashastra by Kautilya. about the state. What were these elements? Remember this: king, Swami, minister, Amat. Amat were called minister, territory, Janpada, fort, Durg, treasury, coast, army, Danda, and ally, Mitra. Arsas gives us detailed description about the then administration and agrarian system. Arthashastra of Kautilya is a book on principle of government. Which one of the following is the seventh part of the state according to the Saptang theory of the state? Which one is Mitra? Asked in UPPCS pre 2015. Okay. Re-exam means maybe people may be leaked. That's why re-exam. Okay. According to Saptang theory of state, Mitra, Li is seventh part of the state. Li is like the ear of the state. Li is a king assist him in peace and war. In this context, Kautilya differentiate between idealistic and fake allies. Natural is better than artificial. Any king whose friend is greedy, prurient, and coward, ruin is inevitable, right? Greedy, prurient, coward king cheat other kings, so many kingdom are destroyed at that time. Okay, like you have seen the Prithviraj Chauhan, okay, and many other kings. Okay. Kautilya Arthashastra deals with the aspects of political policy. Arthashastra renders a wide range of information about Mauryan dynasty. This is a unique stage of political policy. According to Kautilya Arthashastra, which of the following is correct? A person could be slave as a result of a judicial punishment. Maybe. A female slave bore her master's son, she was legally free. Maybe. If a son born to a female slave was fathered by her master, the son was entitled to the legal status of the master's son. True. Okay. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are correct. This is not correct. Okay. He is not entitled to the master's son. Okay. So, asked in ISPA 2022, as per Das Kalpa chapter of Arthashastra, a person could be a slave as a result of judicial punishment. Also, if a female slave bore her master's son, she was legally free, set free. However, the son will not have a legal status of master's son. So I think this is the extreme word. That's why. Because a slave son can't be a master's son. Okay. At that time, slavery was prevalent in ancient era. So now, which of the following can be compared to Prince of Machiavelli? Who is Kautilya Arthashastra? It is a great book. Arthashastra is a unique book of political science, which is, remember this Arthashastra is related to political science, not economy, which is compared with the Prince written by Machiavelli. Okay, upgraded Italian thinker. Demicus came to India during the reign of Bindusara. Okay, of Maurya dynasty, not the Aryanka dynasty of Bimbisara. Remember this year U is there. Bindusara later again. Demicus. Okay. Remember this. So, according to the Strabo, Syrian king Antiochus I, Soter sent his ambassador Demicus to the court of Bindusara. Demicus was sent to the Bindusara by Syrian king Antiochus I. Okay. He replaced Megasthenes. It means Megasthenes came first, then Demicus came. Megasthenes came during the Chandragupta Maurya. Then Demicus came. Demicus replaced Megasthenes. Asoka owned Avanti Majanpada and merged in the Mauryan Empire during Bindusara ruled. What text does it refer to? Samant Pasadika Buddhaghosa. Okay. Yes, correct. Asoka won the Avanti Majanapata and merged it in the Mauryan Empire during Bindusara rule. This is mentioned in the Samant Pasadika written by Buddhaghosa. Gupta's palace situated at Pataliputra is made of wood. Remember this. That is destroyed, only base is there. Okay. That was a very glamorous palace at that time. Archaeological remains of the Mauryan period have been discovered in Bulandi Bagh and Kumrahar near Patna, ancient Pataliputra. It is known that palace of Chandragupta Maurya was made of wood. Remember this. The excavation was carried out by the D.B. Spooner. The remains of the Pataliputra city wall from Bulandi Bagh and the remains of palace from Kumrahar have been found during the excavation. The remains of which ancient city have been found at the Kumhar city. B. Padalipatra. Bulandi Bagh was ancient city of ancient site of Padalipatra. Who among the following Mauryan ruler did conquer the Deccan? Chandragupta. Right. The founder of Maurya dynasty, Chandragupta Maurya, conquered the Deccan Plateau. Jain and Tamil source inscription found at various sites of southern India proved that Chandragupta Maurya expanded his empire into Deccan tract. Inscriptions of Asoka were also found from many sites of the southern part of India, but he conquered the Kalinga only. In this situation, Chandragupta should be given the credit of Deccan victory, as victory of Binswara is doubtful. Okay. History never remember as a victor. Who was first king to conquer Malwa, Gujarat and Maharashtra? Chandragupta Maurya. Okay. The unification of India had taken proper shape in the leadership of Chandragupta Maurya. Early victories of Chandragupta Maurya stretched his boundaries from Beas to Indus River. Junagadh inscriptions of Rudradaman proved his sovereignty over western India. The unified Mauryan Empire extended from Bengal and Assam in the east to modern-day Afghanistan, in the west to Kashmir in the northern, and Deccan Plateau in the south. Such a vast empire Chandragupta Maurya had. Remember. Which are the following not associated with the Chandragupta Maurya? Which one? Sanchi. It was related with Stupa of Asoka. Right? It was in Bihar VPSC. Okay, re-exam. Okay, now Susima was eldest son of Bindusara and grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. Vishnugupta was another name of Kautilya, the mentor of Chandragupta Maurya. Junagadh rock inscription of Rudradaman. Remember, Junagadh inscription related with Rudradaman. Mention construction of Sudarshan Lake by Chandragupta Maurya as governor Pushyagupta. Sanchi Stupa was constructed by Asoka and does not have any relation with Chandragupta Maurya. Remember this. The inscription which proves Chandragupta Maurya, Chandragupta's sway west over western India is Junagadh rock inscription tells the Chandragupta's victory. Okay, victory over western India. So Junagadh rock inscription of Rudradaman. Right. The description of the construction of Sudarshan Lake by Mauryan provincial governor Pushyagupta. Remember this. Was found in Junagadh rock inscription. Remember this inscription. They used to ask Junagadh rock inscription of Rudradaman. Okay. And another one, there is also one there, Kharwel of Odisha, near Kalinga. Okay. Of Hathigumpha inscriptions. Remember that. So clearly prove that this western part of India was once part of the Maurya Empire. That Gujarat was included in the kingdom of Chandragupta Maurya is proved by Junagadh rock inscriptions of Rudradaman. Which Indian king defeated Seleucus, the administrator of Sindh and Afghanistan, appointed by Chandragupta? Chandragupta Maurya defeated the invading army of the Seleucus in 305. Seleucus was the governor of the eastern Macedonian. Seleucus, remember this. Okay. Seleucus sent Megasthenes. Megasthenes wrote Indica. Okay, Megasthenes was ambassador to the during the Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, Seleucus sent. Seleucus married her daughter Helena to the Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, and Seleucus was appointed as a ruler in near the. He was a governor appointed by the Alexander in Afghanistan region. Okay, of Eastern Macedonian Empire. Okay. In which year Chandragupta Maurya had defeated Seleucus 305 BC? Who constructed the Sudarshan Lake? Chandragupta Maurya by his governor Pushyagupta. Remember this year, no? I told. Yeah, here Pushyagupta. Sudarshan Lake, and it's mentioned with the Junagadh rock inscriptions. Then connect with other things. The Sudarshan Lake was constructed by the order of Emperor Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of Maurya dynasty, through the governor Pushyagupta. This lake was situated in the middle of the Saurashtra region of the Girnar hills. Later, great emperors like Asoka, Rudradaman, and Skandagupta repaired and renovated this lake from time to time. Remember, the Asoka also renovated Rudradaman also, then Skandagupta also renovated. So Sudarshan Lake is very important in Gujarat region. Okay. Map question doesn't mean is not been asked, so you can leave map question easily. Not important. Okay. So who established Raj Dharma on triplex basis of longanimity, liberty, and compassion? Asoka promoted this Raj Dharma. Longanimity, liberty, and compassion. Asoka announced the logical and practical Dhamma needs to be followed by its people easily. Asoka Dhamma is based on ethical principles which were not related to any community but declared for welfare of the humanity. Longanimity, liberty, and compassion were triple basis. Okay, this question is many times asked about Dhamma. Okay. So it promoted welfare, not related with any community. Okay. Consider the following statement regarding Asoka. The definition of Dhamma given by Asoka has been taken from the Raulo Dava Sutta. Correct? Asked in UPSC 2024. Okay. At that time I gave this exam. When such difficult option come now, mostly they are correct. Okay. They don't make any changes in such a difficult option. Okay. Raulo Vada Sutta. I didn't know this, but these things we know it. They're mostly because examiner doesn't read the whole ancient book here. That's why mostly the option in ancient type of option are mostly correct. You have seen this, analyze it. You can also analyze with the PYQ. In the 14th year of the his reign, Asoka appointed a new type of staff called Dhamma Mahamatraj. Okay, definitely correct. He can appoint any staff here. So Dhamma Matra appointed. So examiner, if he writing, he can't make it wrong also. Because if any time in any book it's written that he appointed any, because king, they were kings, so they can appoint anybody. Okay, and it can be written in any ancient book because many books are there. So you can think like this. And Raulo Vada Sutta. Raulo Vada Sutta is maybe written in a book. So examiner doesn't read everything in this book Raulo Vada Sutta. So definitely Dhamma definition would be given. Okay. He can't make it wrong. Okay. In this way you can think. Whole book can't be written by the examiner. Yeah, some study things are there which can be wrong. So but it's not always true. Remember this. Be careful. As per Jha and Sri Mali's Prachin Bharat ka Itihas, the spirit of Soka Dhamma has been taken from the Buddhist text of the Lakhana Sutta of Digha Nikaya, Raulo Vada Sutta and Dhamma Pada. Therefore, the first statement correct. Asoka appointed Dhamma Mahamatta in 14th century of his reign to promote his social and moral code, Dhamma, which included ethical and religious conduct. Okay. Which one territory of the following was not a part of Asoka's empire? Sri Lanka. It was not part of Asoka's empire. Remember this. Asoka, this Afghanistan, Bihar, Kalinga were part of this Kalinga attack. Famous war. Okay. So Sri Lanka was not part of Asoka territory. The second major rock edict of Asoka clarifies that Chola Pandya, Satyaputta, Kerala-putta, and Tamarpani Sri Lanka were not the part of Maurya dream. Okay. Chola Pandya were also free at that time from Asoka. That's why they were called age states. In which of the following inscriptions of Asoka mentions has been made of South Indian languages? Second major rock edict. Okay. Second major rock edict mentioned about the South Indian kingdom. There are 14 major rock edicts. Remember, they used to ask the question many times on these topics. Rock edicts of Asoka. Major rock edicts, edict second, describes presence of Pandyas, Satyaputta, Kerala-putta, Chola kingdom. Remember this, which edict? Second edict, major rock edict, mentions about the South Indian kingdom. India's first hospital and herbal gardens were built by Asoka as a welfare state. No? Asoka built the first hospital and herbal garden in India. He founded hospitals, public gardens, and gardens for the growing of medicinal herbs. He also organized digging of wells and planting of a tree for seeds and created a ministry for care of aborigines and subjects races of India. That's a good thing. Did something. In spite of being Buddhist, Asoka did not leave belief in Hinduism. Validation of this fact is epithet of Devana. Yeah. Okay. So here written. The coronation of Asoka was held in 269 BC. He was named as Devanampiya, yeah, Devanampiya. Okay. In his inscriptions, which means beloved of gods or handsome by looks. This indicates his beliefs in Hindu religion. Which of the following sources mentions the occurrence of the third Buddhist council during the reign of Asoka? Third Buddhist council during the reign of Asoka, which mentions Divyadana, Mahavamsa, Deepavamsa, and inscriptions. Which one? B1. This one, Deepavamsa and Mahavamsa mentioned this, not Divyavadana. Okay. We can't remember everything, but know something. Okay, we are human being. According to Sinhalese folklore, Deepavamsa and Mahavamsa, the third Buddhist council was held. Remember, the third Buddhist council happened in Patliputra during the Asoka time. Okay, this is important. The chairperson of this Buddhist council was Moggalliput. Sir, remember this. Okay, the famous Buddhist mendicant. A Buddhist council during the reign of Asoka was held at Patliputra. The following Maurya rulers were followers of Buddhism. Who were? First, Bindusara, remember this. Ajivka he followed, so you can't go there. So three remain, remove, remain only this. Asoka followed definitely. And here, Chandragupta Maurya followed Jain. I told you earlier, like he went with the Bhadravahu in southern India and through the Sun Lekhna. He died with the hunger in South India. He followed the Jain sect. So only two things, Asoka followed and Dasarath followed Buddhism. D will be the answer. Asoka and his grandson Dasarath were the followers of Buddhism. Okay. Dasarath also adopted the title Devanampiya. Remember this title they asked this year also they asked. Dasarath adopted the title Devanampiya as his grandfather Asoka. Okay. Rajuka were, what were they? They were officers in the Mauryan administration. Okay. Rajuka officials were mentioned in the edicts of Asoka. Rajuka were categories of officials in the rural areas who worked as surveyors combined with judicial functions with assessment duty. In the Mauryan administrative system, with which department is the term Pradeshtha associated? Justice Department. Pradeshtha. Remember this? In the Mauryan administrative system, the Pradeshtha were officials responsible for preventing crimes and were associated with the judicial department. Another officer named Pradeshtha is mentioned in Kautilya Shastra, who was a divisional level officer. What was Sarthva? Convoy of merchants. The head of convoy of merchants was called Sarthva, which it describes as in our Shastra by Kautilya. Okay. Sarthva, convoy of merchants. Remember this, they used to ask some these words, basically with the words. Which of the following officer was not a part of the Mauryan administration? Agraharika, not a part of Maurya. Right? So some of the names of officers were found from the edicts of Asoka. His third edict mentions three officers which are mentioned below: Yukta, Rajuka, and Pradeshika. Yukta, these were the district officials to collect revenues. Remember this, Yukta, collect revenues. Rajuka was category officials in the rural area who worked as surveyors. Okay, officers in rural areas as surveyors combined with judicial functions. Also, Pradeshika, he was a top official of the division. He can be compared with a modern commissioner. They used to perform judicial work also. Remember this. Sarnath pillar was built by Asoka. Okay. Sarnath pillar was constructed by Asoka. On top of this pillar, the shape of four lions is built, which is the symbol of power. This replica is taken by the Indian government as its national sign. These pillars are best example of Mauryan architecture. All columns of the Maurya era are constructed from sandstone of Chunar. Remember this, all the columns. Chunar sandstone. Which one of the following is considered the best stupa? Sanchi. Best stupa. Right? You can see it's an intact form mostly. Some reconstruction will happen later. From the perspective of texture, the stupa of Sanchi is considered the best. Sanchi is located in Rajasthan. Remember this in for the MP mostly yes. Sanchi is located in Rajasthan district of Madhya Pradesh. This stupa was built by Asoka. Where it was asked? Let me check. UPCS means they asked. Okay. This stupa was built by Asoka. It is famous across the world for its stupa, monasteries, temples, pillars, which date back to the 3rd century BC. The stupa of Bharut is situated in southern district of Madhya Pradesh. Remember, the Bharut stupa is located in Satna district of Madhya Pradesh. Bharut stupa was discovered by Alexander Cunningham. Amravati stupa is located on the right bank of Krishna river in the Palanadu district of Andhra Pradesh. Remember, this is very important. Amravati stupa located in Andhra Pradesh. Just know only two things near the Krishna river. Okay. Colin Mackenzie traced this stupa in 1797 AD. Ramek Stupa of Sarnath, remember this also important. Ramek Stupa of Sarnath, Varanasi, was built during the time of Asoka, whose present form was built during the Gupta period. Okay, during the Gupta period, it was built. This stupa is designed on a flat surface without raising the base. Okay. Who are the following rulers? Constructed the Sanchi Stupa. Simple Asoka. Who constructed the Sanchi Stupa? Asoka. They asked in MPPCS many times. It was also ancient name of world famous tourist destination of Sanchi. Which one? Kakanam. Ancient name of Sanchi. Sanchi is situated in Rajasthan district of Madhya Pradesh. A number of stupa are erected here over top of a mountain. There are total 3 stupa here. Stupa number 1 is primarily stupa. Stupa 2 has remains of Dhamma Mahamatya of Asoka, while the remains of Sariputra and Mudgalayan have been found in stupa 3. These stupa were constructed by Asoka. 4th, see Gupta inscription calls it Kakana Mahavihara. The stupa of Bharut is fine example of which one? Gupta. Okay. No, here. Sunga architecture. Stupa Bharut. Okay. Stupa Bharut situated near the Satna in the state of Madhya Pradesh. It was probably built around 150 BC during Sunga period. So Stupa Bharut is fine example of Sunga architecture. This site represents the people's movement in sculpture, sculptural art and architecture science of ancient India. Which among the following stupa gateway depicts the pilgrimage to the Bodhi tree by Asoka with his 2 queens? Which one? Sachi. Asoka here mentioned of Asoka, like depiction are there of Asoka with his 2 queens. You can get a statue. Anas Sachi. Asked in MEPC 2022. The depicts of Asoka pilgrimage to the Bodhi tree with his 2 queens is associated with the great stupa at Sachi located in the state of Madhya Pradesh, which is one of the oldest and most well-preserved Buddhist stupa. The Toranas are rich in symbolism and serve as visual narratives of important Buddhist events. Okay. Match list first with list second and select the correct answer by using the course. Places, monuments and ruins. Kausambi, it is Gositara Monastery. Okay. Kushinagar. Kushinagar Stupa is Rana Bhar Stupa. Okay. B is third. So B is third here. So here cut, and A is 2 here. See will get the answer. Sarnath is in Ramek Stupa. Just we read it. Okay. Sravasti, it is in Sahet Mahet. Okay. So here given. Kausambi in Ghosit Ram Monastery, Kushinagar in Rana Bhar Stupa. Remember this. Okay, Rana Bhar Stupa it is name. Kushinagar Stupa also known as Rana Bhar Stupa. Sarnath is Dhamek Stupa, which in Varanasi. Remember, Buddha gave first sermon in Sarnath. Remember, Sravasti, Buddha gave most of the sermon in Sravasti. In Sahet Mahet, monuments is there. In the course of pilgrimage, Emperor Asoka visited the following places. Which route did he follow? Select route he is asking. Okay. So what route he followed? Yeah, 42153. Okay, first it followed Lumbini, then Kapilavastu event. Okay, then event Gaya. Okay, then एक Kushinagar. I think Sarnath. Go to Sarnath. Okay, then Kushinagar, then Sravasti. 6. Okay. After accepting the Buddhist religion, Asoka stopped hunting and started pilgrimage trips. He went to Bodh Gaya after 10 years of his coronation and Lumbini after 20 years. First he went to Bodh Gaya, then Lumbini, okay, where Buddha got birth. Historian Vincent Arthur Smith has placed Dhamma voyage, Dhamma Yatra of Asoka with Upgupta in his book Asoka. The Buddhist Emperor of India based on historical facts in the following order. Emperor Lumbini, Kapilvastu, Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, Kushinagar, Sravasti. Language used in the inscription of Asoka is Prakrit. Remember this. Prakrit is a language. Brahmi is script. The language is different and script is different. Like Pali is a language. Remember it. Recently, Prakrit and Pali got classical language. Remember this. Okay. Pali and Prakrit. For 5 languages were given. MBA, PP. Like MBA means Marathi, Bengali, Assami, Pali, this one, then Prakriti, this one. Okay, which Asoka used as inscriptions. Okay, classical language. Now 11 classical language are there. Remember this. It can be asked in exam. Important things. Asoka inscription describe the history of Asoka property. The inscriptions can be divided into 3 classes. 3 classes. Rock inscription, petrograph, column inscription, cave inscription. Rock inscription is a group of 40 inscriptions which were found at different places. Shahbaz Gadi, Bansehra, Kalsi, Girnar, Dhawali, Jawgada, Yeragudi, and Sopra. Okay, these are 40 inscriptions of Asoka. Most of the inscriptions of Asoka are written in the Prakrit language and Brahmi script. Here see Prakrit language and Brahmi script. Okay, and only 2 inscriptions, Shahbaz Gadi and Mansehra, are in Kharoshti script. You can see Shahbaz Gadi and Mansehra in Kharoshti script, not Brahmi script. Brahmi script is, if Brahmi script there, then Prakrit language will be there. Remember this. Okay. Otherwise, it is different language, Greek language, Kharoshti. Okay. Different. One rune inscriptions written in Aramaic. You can see a Aramaic script. Okay, in northwest India. Was found from Taxila. Sere Kuna Kandar inscription is in bilingual Greek Aramaic script, while one Aramaic script of Asoka inscription was obtained in Lagaman. Okay. The script written on Asokan pillar is which script? Brahmi script. Language, Prakrit language. Remember it is script and script different things and language different things. Like Hindi is a language, but Devanagari is a script. Okay. Devanagari is not a language. Its official language is Hindi and Devanagari is a script. Okay. So only language has script. Local language doesn't have a script. Okay. Which we use locally. That doesn't have a script. Okay. So here, which one of the following Asokan inscription is in the Kharoshti script? Which one? Shahbaz Gadi. The earliest inscription on stone was in which language? Prakrit language. Brahmi script. Okay. So remember this. The Brahmi script was first deciphered by letters scribed on stone tablets. The Brahmi script was first deciphered through the letters inscribed on stone tablet. Sir James Prinsep, remember this name, very important. He was the first one philologist who accomplished the task of deciphering the script of Asokan inscription. He was the first who deciphered the Asokan inscriptions, which written in Brahmi script and Prakrit language. The first scholars who read Asokan edicts was James Prinsep. Asokan inscriptions were first deciphered by James Prinsep. Remember this. It is asked many times. You can see. Who first deciphered the Brahmi scripts? Many times they have asked because it's important. Who was the first Britishers to study Ashoka's edict? James Prinsep. Okay. Who are the following had first deciphered the edicts of Ashokan Empire? Simple, James Prinsep. Ashokan inscription in northwestern part of the Maurya Empire near Peshawar. It's talking about northwestern. It's Kharosthi. If it is in northern India, so it can be Brahmi script. Okay, but in northwestern, it is Kharosthi script. Most of the inscriptions of Ashoka are written in Prakrit language and Brahmi scripts. You see, Prakrit language and Brahmi script. Okay, only two inscriptions. Sabazgadi and Mansehra. Remember these things. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is in Pakistan, are in Kharosthi script. Okay. Pre-Ashokan Brahmi script was found in Anuradhapura. Okay. Pre-Ashokan Brahmi script was found at Anuradhapura, Sri Lanka. Piparaha, Suagauda, Mahasthan are sites from where evidence of such scripts have been found. Which one of the following scripts of ancient India was written from right to left? Which one? It is Kharosthi. Right to left. Like in IVC also right to left written. Okay, but not deciphered. Kharosthi script was written from right to left in ancient India. It is mainly the script of northwest India. The study of Kharosthi paleography began with the decipherment of the script, which was accomplished through the efforts of the James Prinsep. Okay. In 1835, Frederick Grotefend and Lassen. Which one of the following scripts of the ancient India was written from right to left? Which one? Kharosthi. Okay. The Kharosthi scripts is an ancient script used by ancient Gandhara culture of South Asia, primarily in modern day Afghanistan and Pakistan. Kharosthi was a cursive script written from right to left. The name by which Ashoka is referred to in his inscription is Devanam. It is here Priyadarshi. Okay, Priyadarshi. Okay. The name by which Ashoka is referred in his inscriptions is Priyadarshi. Priyadarshi. Devanam Priyadarshi. Remember, this is very important. Devanam Priyadarshi, which means he beloved to the gods. He has also been stated as Ashoka Vardhana in Puranas. Okay. The name by which Ashoka is generally referred to in his inscription is Priyadarshi. Okay. Remember this in BPSC 2019 they have asked. Which other king has been mentioned as Priyadarshi and Devanampri in inscriptions is Ashoka? Which one of the following statements regarding Ashokan stone pillar is incorrect? Which one? These are the parts of architecture. No, they are free. You have seen the pillar. Okay, incorrect. The highly polished monolithic soft pillars in tempering shape. You can see which is monolithic. Okay. Ashokan stone pillars are not part of architectural structures, but these are distinct sculptures. Okay, they are different, separate part, not part of building, any building. Which were in Roman Empire, they were part of building, but Ashokan were free. Okay. Three statements are correct, right? In which are the following relief sculpture inscriptions is Ranyo Ashoka, King Ashoka mentioned along with the stone portrait of Ashoka. Where? Kanganalli. Yes, Kanganalli. Okay. Ranyo Ashoka written. Okay. Kanganalli Buddha Stupa is located on the bank of Bhima River in Kalaburgi district of Karnataka. There is a stone portrait of Ashoka along with his queen below which Ranyo Ashoka written. Okay. Which one of the following edicts mention the personal name of Ashoka? Musky. Remember this, very important. ISP asked. In Musky, personal name of Ashoka is written. Ashokan history is mainly known by his inscription. More than 40 edicts of Ashoka are quite procured. The personal name of Ashoka is mentioned in Gujara Musky, okay, Nattur and Udagulon edicts. Okay. In which of the following inscription the name of Ashoka has been mentioned? Where? Minor edicts of Musky. Remember this. Which one of the following inscriptions contain the name of Ashoka? Gujara inscription in Musky. Roman day pillar inscriptions of Ashoka was put up to mark birth of Buddha. Asoka visited Lumbini after 20 years of his coronation to mark the birthplace of Buddha. The pillar of Ramindei was erected along with some sacred stone structure. He condoned the Bali tax of Lumbini as it was the birthplace of Buddha and reduced the rate of land revenue from say 1 by 6 to 1 by 8. Okay, remember this 1 by 6 to 1 by 8. Okay, reduce the tax. Okay. This exempted the Bali tax in Lumbini and on land it reduced 1 by 8. The Gujjar minor architect in which the name of Asoka is mentioned is located in where? Madhya Pradesh, Datia district of Madhya Pradesh. Maski. The name of Asoka is mentioned in Gujjar minor architects located in Datia district of Madhya Pradesh. It was laid on the main road of Ujjain to Bharuch. The only pillar on which Asoka declared himself as the emperor of Magadha, where Bhabru pillar. Okay. Bhabru Bhairat inscription prove Asoka is a Buddhist. In the same inscription, he referred to himself as Piyadasi Raja Magadha, the king of Magadha. Kalsi is famous for rock edicts of Asoka. Okay. Kalsi located in the Dehradun district of Uttarakhand. Important, remember these places. Kalsi, it is PYQ asked. Okay. It is famous for Asokan rock edict. Kalsi is in Uttarakhand. Where in Uttarakhand was a copy of Emperor Asoka rock edict discovered? Kalsi. Okay. Match this the asked in ISP 2022. Check Kalsi, I told you na. Kalsi, where in Uttarakhand, but it is showing the Karnataka, so it is wrong. Okay. Dhawali in Odisha, correct. Okay. Chowkada in Madhya Pradesh. Iragudi in Andhra Pradesh. So only two pair is correct. I think this is one correct, this is wrong. Okay. So only two pair is correct. Dhawali is in Odisha. Remember this. Okay. Here what is given? Karnataka. Here it is correct. Dhawali is in Odisha. Okay. Here given. Iragudi is in Andhra Pradesh. Remember this. Jogada is in Odisha, not in Madhya Pradesh. Here given. No? Jogada it is saying the Madhya Pradesh. It's wrong. It is in Odisha. This question come from NCERT. You can see on the map of class 8th and ancient history. You can get it. Okay. So this is in Jogada in Odisha. Right? Iragudi is correct and Dhawali is correct. So only two options is correct. Jogada in Odisha and Kalsi in Uttarakhand. Which are the following architect of Asoka speaks of religious synthesis? Which one? 12. Major architect 12. This architect describes South Indian kingdom Chola, Pandya, Satyaputta, Keralaputta, as well as the Tamraparni and Yavana king named Antiocha, and also the king who were the neighbors of Antiochum. It is also mentioned of providing medical treatment for human and animal. Major architect 11. Okay. This is the 2 and this is the 11, and it talks about they are the things. Okay. Medical treatment, and it explains the policy of Dhamma. 11th one, policy of Dhamma. Second one describes about the Chola Pandya ruler, right? And second one, policy of Dhamma emphasized the individual's attitude towards elders and also abstaining from the killing animals and better generosity talk about. And third, 12, it directed and made request for tolerance among different religions. It making a request, right? This is 11, this is 12. 12 is religious sects tolerance, and 13 important rocket, right? This rocket says the way the conquest is Dhamma, not war, right? This is a logical culmination of the thorough process of which began from the first rocket, right? Dhamma, not war. Which Asokan rock edict describes the victory and injuries of Kalinga rock edict? 13. Very important. Remember the 13 rock edict describes about the Kalinga war. Remember this. Okay. Kalinga war and the victory over the greatest events of Asoka in 13 rock edict provides clear evidence of the Kalinga war Remember this line very important. 13 rocket describes about the Kalinga War. It describes King Piyadasi Asoka conquered Kalinga 8 years after his coronation in 261 BC. It describes deep remorse for having conquered Kalinga in this subject. In which inscriptions Kalinga victory is mentioned. Which one? 13 one. Kalinga victory is mentioned in Asoka rocket date 13. Okay. Remember this. Okay. So now here the accounts of Kalinga War is known to us by the rocket date 13. Which of the following Asokan inscription is devoted to the principle of religious tolerance? 12. Just we have read. Okay. This is IBPCS 3. This was asked the IBPC lower 3. In the 12th major architects of Asoka, there is a declaration of religious longanimity and growth of essence of all communities. Okay. Architect 12 or the religious tolerance, religious harmony. Who among the following rulers advised his subjects through his inscriptions? Asked in IS 2020. Whoever praises religious sects or blames other sects out of excessive devotion to his own sects with the view of glorifying his own sects, he rather injures his own sects very severely. Okay. Religious compassion he talking about. Asoka talk about. I asked in IS 3 2020. Mention statement is found in Asoka 12 major architects, of which Asoka has preached about religious harmony in 12th architect. 13 talked about which one? Kalinga War. Okay. The Asokan major architects which tell us about Sangam Kingdom includes architect of which one? 12 and 13. 2 and 13. The rock edict 2nd and 13 of Asoka tells us about the Sangam kingdom of Chola, Pandya, Satyaputta and Keralaputta along with Tamraparni, Sri Lanka. Which of the following south kingdom is not mentioned in the Asoka inscription? Which one? Chola, Pandya were found. Okay. And Satvana came later. No? So this one will be the answer. Okay. D. 89 is D. Correct. Ptolemy Philadelphus, who had diplomatic relations with Asoka, was king of Egypt. 13 inscriptions of Asoka provides information that he had a cordial relation with 5 Yavanaj kings, namely Antiochus II, Theos, the ruler of Assyria, Turmaya, Ptolemy II, Philadelphus, the ruler of Egypt, Antiokini or Anikini, Antigonus, Gonatas, the ruler of Macedonia, the Mag, the ruler of Cyrene, Alik, Sundar or Eleon Centro, Alexander's Epirus or king of Epirus. You can't remember, just know the Egypt they were from. Turamaya, a contemporary of Asoka, was ruler of Egypt. Ruler of which of the following dynasty had diplomatic relation with the distant country like Syria and Egypt? Which one? Maurya. The central point in Asoka Dhamma is more than one: loyalty, peace and non-violence with respect to elders, religious tolerance. So more than one. Okay. Asoka Dhamma was primarily based on the policy of peace, non-violence, and religious tolerance. In his 12th rocket edict, religious longanimity. Remember this 12th rocket edict talk about religious longanimity and growth of the sense of all communities is mentioned. Which are the following inscriptions of Asoka binds animal sacrifices on certain festive gatherings? There probably included a ban on animal lighting as well. Which one? Which one? Is 5th one. Rocket edict 5th bans the animal killing on certain occasions. Okay. Here. Okay, but not totally banned. Remember this. On certain occasion, it is banned of animal killing by the Asoka in rock edict 5th. In pillar edict 5th, not okay, just no pillar edict 5th. Okay. In the first rock edict, Asoka describes as here no living beings are to be slaughtered or offered in sacrifice. Formerly in the kitchen of King Piyadasi, thousands of animals were killed every day for meat, but now with the writing of this Dhamma edict, only 3 creatures, 2 peacocks and a deer are killed, out of which deer is not always killed, and in future not even these 3 creatures will be killed. But as per the question, the most suitable answer is which one? D. According to 5th pillar, King Asoka speaks after entwining 26 years. The following animals were declared by me inviolable: parrot, manaj, and aroma. Good fish are inviolable and must not be sold on the 3 Chaturmasis and on the Tissa full moon. 3 days on every first day. Okay. Otherwise, in first affidavit mentioned not killing, but slaughtering of the animal. Which one of the following ancient Indian records is the earliest royal orders to preserve food grains to be utilized during the crisis in the harmony? Which one? Sogoda copper plate in Gorakhpur. Okay, where I am recording this video in Gorakhpur, okay, in UP. The earliest known copper plate known as Sogoda Gorakhpur. Okay, here I am sitting right now in this city, and here Chandragupta Maurya declared an inscription of Sogoda inscriptions, okay, which describes about the storing the grain during the crisis. Okay. Is a Mauryan rock record that mentions earliest royal order to preserve the food grains to be utilized during the famine. Okay. The other, the Mahasthan, famine lack of food. Okay. The other Mahasthan inscriptions are Bogura district, Bangladesh. Also describe the relief measures adopted during the famine in the region. Okay. Asoka annexed Kalinga to the Maurya Empire. Correct. Kalinga controlled the land and sea routes to South India. Correct. Correct. The region which prompted Asoka to invade Kalinga were both political and economical. The territory of Kalinga was like a bridge between north and south. People of Kalinga dominated the Indian Ocean and controlled the overseas. Okay. Their supremacy on the eastern sea coast virtually closed the sea routes in the east for the Magadhan merchants. Similarly, the land routes or internal trade from Gangetic Valley toward Deccan were also controlled by Kalinga. Okay, 1 minute. Kalinga control, yes, that's why Asoka attacked. No? And here Deccan also controlled by the Kalinga. If the Kalinga were independent, the overseas and land traders of Magadha would be affected. That is why it was necessary to invite Kalinga for Mauryan dynasty. Oh, remember this. That's why Asoka attacked. Okay, so both the assertion correct and correct region. Okay. The Mauryan king did not bestow land grants to religious basis. So okay, correct. They didn't bestow land grants on religious basis. Okay. The peasants revolted against land grants. No, there were no such things because king hold all the land. Centralized system were there at that time during the Mauryan Empire. Remember this. The earliest epigraphic record of land grants on the basis of religion in India is found in the inscriptions of Satavahana. Okay. So earliest land grants were mentioned in Satavahana. Maurya Emperor did not grant any land on religious basis. There is no description about Byzantine revolt against land grants. Okay. So first is true, second is wrong. Famous Greek ambassador Megasthenes came to the court of which emperor? Simple, Chandragupta Maurya. Megasthenes was a Greek historian who came to India in the 4th century BC as a representative or ambassador of Seleucid Nicator. Seleucid Nicator sent him Megasthenes ko. Okay. In the court of Chandragupta Maurya. He has written about contemporary India and also about Chandragupta Reign in his book Indica. Remember, important book written by Megasthenes. Okay. About the Mauryan Empire. Megasthenes was ambassador of Seleucus. Remember, this is important name, Seleucus, who married his Helena, daughter to the Chandragupta Maurya, and his ambassador Megasthenes, who wrote Indica. Okay, about India. Okay. During whose rule did Megasthenes came to India? Chandragupta Maurya. Okay. In how many categories did Megasthenes divide Indian society? 7 categories. Remember, this is important. Is divided Indian society in 7 categories, but in mostly it is divided in four categories. Na? Then at that time, Sudra was like Brahmin, Kshatri, Vaisya, Sudra. Okay, 4 categories were there at that time, but he divided 7 categories. Megasthenes, and it is PYQ. Remember this. How many categories? 7 categories. So Megasthenes divided Mauryan society into 7 categories. Which one? Philosopher, farmers, herdsmen, artisans, military soldier, overseers, spies, counselors, okay, and assessors. Megasthenes does not mention slavery in India. Okay, but slavery was there. According to him, no one could marry outside his caste, and no one could take to the occupation other than the one fixed for his caste according to the Varna system. Okay, like Kautilya mentioned, na, of slave system, and he said not. So, maybe he didn't know much about at that time because it is said that this Megastheni visited mostly central part capital region. So he was unaware of the remote area like village area or some tribal or forest area. So he wrote whatever he saw in the city. So the division of Maurya society into seven classes is particularly mentioned in which one? Megasthenes Indica. Okay, asked in BPSC 2017. Which of the following sources states that there was no slavery in ancient India? Which one? Megasthenes Indica say that no slavery in India. The division of Maurya society into seven classes is particularly mentioned in Megasthenes Indica. Remember this. Okay. Who stated that there were two types of philosophers, Brahmins and Sramanas? Megasthenes said this. Okay, Uttarakhand PCA 2024 it was found. Okay. The book Indica written by Megasthenes in Greek. I am telling one thing that whenever they are asking minute things, very small things, so that will be the only famous will be the answer. In this only Megasthenes is famous. Okay. Upgupta not much. Kautilya it was not such things he mentioned about it like philosopher Brahmin and Sramana. So this is the trick that when they are asking about any minute things which no where written or no where heard, so only famous personality will be the answer. And if we're talking about any famous things, okay, any famous things as a question, and if we, in option given some non-popular thing which are not much popular, that will be your answer. And it is a common thing the examiner ask, like one, okay, like one time they asked in UPSC, na, that who wrote this book in jail. So nowhere it was written who wrote in jail. Many people wrote it in jail. So that answer was Gandhiji wrote. So famous personality they talk about one of things. Okay, they expect that you should know what famous personality. And famous things you should and famous things you should know that who did. Okay, famous thing and famous you should know famous personality also and famous works also. Okay, these two things and that will be your answer. Famous personality and famous things done by the small people, that will be your answer. Small people are who are not much popular and small were minute things done by the famous people. So just know this trick. The book Indica, written by Megasthenes in Greek, describes that Indian society was divided into main classes. Okay, you can see here, na, small things. There are two types of philosopher, Brahmin and Sramana. Where is it? We never read in our NCRT or anywhere. I didn't read it. So Megasthenes is the answer. So here, see this Indica written by Megasthenes in Greek describes Indian society was divided into seven main classes: philosopher, farmers, herdsmen, and overseers, soldiers, and artisans. According to Megasthenes' account, Indian philosophers were divided into two groups: Brahmins and Sramanas. Brahmins, though you believe that liberators means moksha, could be achieved through knowledge of the Brahman supreme reality. Samanas, though you believe that liberation could be attained through ascetic practices. Okay, so philosopher. In the Mauryan period, tax evasion was punished with death. Megasthenes said that. Okay? The municipal administration of Pataliputra town is described in Megasthenes Indica. According to this book, Pataliputra was governed by 30-member municipal council. It was divided into six main commitments, which had 5 members each. The sixth board was responsible for the collection of sales tax. The culprits of tax evasion were punished with a death sentence. Okay? So, strict rule at that time. Okay? Now we are free. Remember this. So we have to utilize our opportunity for our growth. That is called liberty. Okay, this question was asked in UPSC polity. That what is the liberty? That when we get opportunity to grow ourselves. Okay, so we have to utilize it. Imagine that for there just for tax evasion, death penalty is given. Right now, every day tax evasion is being done, and government chasing. Okay, but rule is not much, so that's why they are exploiting. Hmm. So let's come on the topic. According to this book, Pataliputra was governed by 30 member municipal. It was divided into six main which had six main committees which had 5 members each. 6 board were responsible for the collection of sales tax. The culprits of tax evasion were punished with death sentence. Okay. The description of the administration of Pataliputra is available in Indica. The description of the administration of the Pataliputra is found in Megasthenes Indica. Megasthenes mentioned 6 committees of 5 members each to look after the administration of Pataliputra. He referred to the town official as Astinomi. Which of the following sources given a detailed account of the city administration of the Maurya? Which one? Megasthenes Indica. Okay. What is the name of Megasthenes book? Which one? Indica. Okay. It is the Megasthenes book. Indica was originally written by Megasthenes. Who was the author of Indica? Megasthenes. Who was the author of Indica? Same Megasthenes. Which function of the present municipal administration has been continuous from time of Mauryan Empire? Registration of birth and death. Remember, at that time also registration was done, this time also through the census and many things. In the Mauryan era, the administration of cities are carried out by municipalities headed by Nagarak or Pramukh. Megasthenes has mentioned 6 committees of the city council with 5 members each. Among these, 3rd committee was tasked with keeping counts of the birth death registration. 3rd committee. Okay. At present, this work is done by municipal administration. Which one of the following administrative structure in ascending order? Which one? Quarterly prescribed in different schemes of Maurya. Rural level administrative tier. At the top tier was the unit called Sthaniya. Sthaniya will be top one. Ascending order it's asking. And here Sthaniya here. Asthani here will be in top here should be right. Further below stood Karavika, right? Karavatika, up to 100 villages, and the lowest level the Samagrahan consisting of 10 villages. Okay. Ascending order will be Samagrahana, then Karavatika, then Dhruvanamukha, then Asthani. If it is in descending order, then this will be the answer. Okay. Which of the following statements are correct about Mauryan king? They developed what developed? See, culture, art, and literature. Gold coins, no, gold coins with developed by the Bactrian kings and Gupta. Okay. So it's B is wrong. Cut. Well, provincial division were there definitely. Kingdom of 2 Hindukos definitely. Okay. D will be the answer. Mauryan Emperor played a major role in development of the culture, art, and literature. Chandragupta Empire spread over from Iran in the northwest to present North Karnataka in the south. According to historian Smith, Hindukush mountains were the strategic frontier of India. There were 5 provinces described in inscriptions of Ashoka: Uttarapath, Avantirath, Kalinga, Dakshinapath, and Prajapath. Okay, 5 provinces of Ashoka were there. Regularization of gold coins in India is credited to the Indo-Greeks. See here, Indo-Greeks. Bhaga and Bali were what were there? 10. It is sources of revenue. Remember this. Bhaga and Bali. It is PYQ. They asked. Bhaga and Bali were the sources of revenue in ancient India. According to a Shastra, king was the owner of the land. He had the share produced from land. This tax was known as Bhaga. Okay. Where Bali were a source of revenue. Okay. King was the owner of lands due to the centralization during the Mauryan period. Remember this. Decentralization happened in Gupta period. Land revenue, which was the chief source of income during the Mauryan period, was collected by which officer? Sita Dach. Remember, this is the PYQ also in UPSC. Sita Dach means revenue officer. Okay. Collected by which officer? Income. Land revenue by collected by Sita Dach. Sita Dach was head of agricultural land. Okay. In the Mauryan period, and he was dealt with the land revenue levitation, while agronomy were known as district officers. Sulka Dach used to collect various trade and services tax, and Akra Dach controlled mines. Okay. Sita in Mauryan period, what was revenue from crown land? Crown land means land, king. The maintenance of crown land was done by Sita Dutch. In the Mauryan period, revenue collected through this tax was known as Sita. Okay. In ancient India, which tax was levied on pastures? Which one? Divit. In Mauryan time, the officer in charge of pasture land were called Vivita Dutch. Okay. In ancient India, Mauryan period, the tax imposed on pastures was known as Divit. Divit. Okay. Grassland. Who of the following was associated with the collection of revenue in Mauryan? Mantri Parishad, Samharta. Okay, collection of revenue. Mostly collection of revenue they used to ask. Okay, right now also they focus on the economy of India. Like Trump. Okay, Trump, when Trump speaks the whole world. Okay, disturbing. Okay, so now revenue collection was regulated by Samharta in Mauryan Ministerial Council. Antapal looked after border forts while Pradestha was administrator of commissionaries. Okay. Which of the following Mauryan officer was in charge of weight and measures? Which one? Panyaraksha. Let's see. Yeah, here. It is Putavadacha. Okay. Putavadacha. Related with the in charge of weights and measures. Okay. Putavadacha. Mauryan officer Putavadacha was in charge of weight and measures, while Panya Daksha was in charge of the commerce department. Okay, remember this. Sita Daksha, we have already read this, head of the agriculture department, and Sunya Daksha was the chief of the slaughterhouse. So remember this. The ancient agronomy during Mauryan age was related with which are the following? Construction of the road. Remember this. During the Mauryan times, agronomy used to collect revenue. Okay. They collect revenue, also monitor irrigation facilities, to perform legal administration, looked after road construction also. Then remember this. They collected tax as well as for construction of road also they monitor. So management like UPPCS accepted this construction of roads. Panko Daka Sanirodha was the penalty in Mauryan administration charged for slushing the road. Panko Daka Sanirodhe. Okay. Panko Daka Sanirodhe was the penalty in Mauryan administration imposed for throwing dirt or causing siltation and waterlogging to collect on such standard things they were following. But right now, so development is there, but in remote area, we are not following these things. So we should learn from Mauryan Empire. Okay. Majlis first with last second. Officer and duty, which one? Talar. Okay. Talar is which one? It officers of night guards. Okay. In UPPC 2023 they asked. And Patta Kola is village tax officers. Kola, Tola, we have heard na? Tola in villages. Patta Kola, village tax collector. Sasadhipati. Sasadhipati is officer of cases of dacoity. Remember this. Baladip. Baladip is which one? God of octroi. Yeah. So remember these things. If you know only one thing, like Patta Kola means Tola na in villages. So for B only in this one be given. So in this way you can find answer with your basic knowledge. Okay. B. Talar related with officer of night guard. Patta Kola related with the village tax collector. Village tax collector. Okay. And Sasadhipati, officer of case of dacoity. Baladev, god of octroi. The most famous center of learning during Mauryan is Taxila. Yeah. At present, Vaisali is a district of Bihar. It was related to both Buddhism and Jainism. In ancient time, it was established in 6th century BC. Before the birth of Gautam Buddha, Mahavira Swami was born in Kundagram, Vaisali district of Nalanda. Nalanda was an important center of Buddhist education. Firstly, Buddha temples were established here in Gupta period. Taxila was a major center of learning for Hindus and Buddhists who came here from all over the world to get education. It was situated in Punjab province of Pakistan. It was most famous during Mauryan period. Ujjain was the conventional capital of Chandragupta II. According to Arthashastra of Kautilya, the following courts existed in the judicial system of Mauryan age. Which one? Dharma judicial system. Okay. Arthashastra Kautilya, following courts existed in the judicial system. Dharmasthya and Kantakshodana. Okay. The Arthashastra mentions two types of courts: Dharmasthya, which is analogous to modern civil courts, and Kantakshodana, which is analogous to modern criminal courts. With reference to the cultural history of India, the memorizing of chronicles, dynastic history, and epic tales was the profession of who of the following? Magadha. Okay. It was asked in IS pre 2016. Okay. Memorizing of chronicles, dynastic history, and epic tales, okay, was the profession. Magadha. Magadha. Not the Magadha region. Remember, this is the profession. Memorizing of chronicles, dynastic history, and epic tales was profession of Magadha. This is the post. The system governing villages through autonomous elected panchayats were evolved by Mauryans. Okay. Given here. Dravidas in South India. Okay. Governing villages through autonomous elected panchayats were evolved by Dravids in South India. The system of governed villages through autonomous elected panchayats were evolved by Dravid Chola. Okay. Which is very famous. Okay. Like democracy. Chola are very famous for democracy. Okay. This system was the base of village administration during that time. Which one of the following tests of ancient India allows divorce to a wife deserted by her husband? Okay. Allow divorce to a wife deserted by a divorce was deserted by her husband. Which one? Is Arthashastra. Arthashastra allow the divorce of a wife deserted by her husband. Divorce was prevalent in Mauryan period. Wife had the right to divorce on the basis of the long abroad stay of her husband and being physically handicapped. Similarly, husband also had the right to leave his wife for being barren or adulteress. Which among the following forbids remarriage? Which one? Manu Smith. Okay. It talks about many things against women also. Manu Smith, written by Manu. It is mentioned in 38th part of Manu Smith that a widower could remarry, but a widow had no right to seek remarriage. Why? Okay. Manu Smith mostly talks against women. That's why opposition happens against women. Women have now they've got more freedom, which is good. The social status assigned to the foreigners in Indian society by Manu was at the fallen Kshatriya. Foreigners were called fallen Kshatriya by Manu. Okay? They were called a lower sex. Foreign invaders who did not follow prehistoric customs or traditions, Sakaj, Kusanaj, they were the foreigners. Remember this. Okay. Sakaj came. Okay. Sakaj first came. Then okay. Kusanaj came. Naj, Pratyaraj were there. No? They were the chronological term. Were stated as fallen Kshatriyas in Manu Smriti. The following person came to India at one time or another. Which one? First, who came? As a chronological order, it asked. No? First came Megasthenes. After that, who came? Phayan. After that, who came? Wensang during the Harpavardhana. Then Nitsing came later after the Wensang in 678 around. So, wrote this. Megasthenes first, where is cut, and second cut, and first, then third. First will be third. Okay, which will be first, third, Megasthenes. So we are third given here cut. Then first come, third is first. Then which come? Fourth come. It means this will be the answer. B. Megasthenes came to the court of the Chandragupta Maurya. Phayan visited India during the Chandragupta II. Vikramaditya. Wensang visited the court of Harshvardhan. Harshvardhan While Tai Singh, Chinese traveler came to India in 7th century. Remember this when I visited during the court of Harshvardhan. They used to ask this question. Okay, Megasthani visited during the time Chandragupta Maurya and Phayan. Phayan visited during the Chandragupta second, which is known as Vikramaditya. Remember this is very important. VVIP. Okay. Now here match list first. Chandragupta Maurya, Sun Brokers. Okay, so A is first, A is second. So remove this. Okay. Bindusara, Asoka first found, which we you know properly. So here the C is first. So C is first where given, here given. Okay. And Bindusara is Amitra Ghat. Okay, Bindusara is Amitra Ghat. Chanakya is Vishnugupta. The answer will be C. Okay. Justice and other Greek authors stated Chandragupta Maurya as a Sandrocotus. Greek authors mention Bindusara as Amitra Ghat, while Asoka was mentioned as Piyadasi in his inscriptions. Vishnugupta is another name of Chanakya, the prime minister of Chandragupta Maurya. The last Mauryan emperor is Brihadrath, who was killed by Pushyamitra Sung, who founded the Sunga dynasty during the 1st century AD. BC, you can say. Last Maurya emperor was Brihadrath. Brihadrath was assassinated by his commander, Lieutenant Pushyamitra Sung, in 184 BC. Pushyamitra Sung established a new dynasty known as Sunga dynasty. Consider the following statement: the last Mauryan ruler Brihadrath was assassinated by his commander-in-chief. Was correct. The last ruler, the last Sunga king, Devavati, was assassinated by his Brahman minister Vasudev Kanva, who usurped the throne. Yeah, Vasudev founded the Kanva dynasty. Correct. The last ruler of Kanva dynasty was deposed by Andhra, who were known as Satmaharaj. Okay, so all of them are correct. Ambitious Pushyamitra Sunga assassinated the last Maurya king Brihadrath in 184 BC and became famous in history for the establishment of the Sunga dynasty. Okay, Pushyamitra founded. The last king of Sunga dynasty, Devabhuti, was killed by the conspiracy of the Amatya Vasudev. Okay, Devabhuti killed. Current to the wife and the last ruler of Kanva dynasty, Susarma, was deposed by Andhra servant Sinduk. Okay. In the Mauryan period, pranayam was emergency tax. Okay. Pranayam was an emergency tax during Mauryan period. Who among the following rulers paid attention to the resources management in Girnar region some centuries before the Christian era? Who promoted? Okay. So it is Chandragupta Maurya and Asoka. Like Sudarshan Lake, you have heard this. Okay. Girnar region. Like Gir forest there, na? Gujarat. Few centuries before Christian era, the Mauryan Emperor Chandragupta Maurya Asoka focused on the water resource management in the Girnar region. Governor of Chandragupta Maurya, Western province Pushyagupta. Okay. Pushyagupta was governor of Chandragupta. Built Sudarshan Lake. He built Sudarshan Lake. The governor of Emperor Asoka, Tusap was governor of Asoka. He took out canals. Like Pushyagupta built Sudarshan Lake, and he took out Tusap. He built out canal from the lake, right? Junagadh description of the Saka ruler Rudradaman. Describe the works of the both Chandragupta Maurya and Asoka, 2nd century AD. The lake was repaired by the governor of Rudradaman, Suvisak. Suvisak was the governor of Rudradaman. According to the question, did this work after the Christian era? This is not included in the answer. It's Chandragupta Maurya and Asoka, right? Passing on the Christian era. Realizing the need for water, the first ruler who got a lake constructed in the Girnar region was Chandragupta Maurya. Okay. Ashni Theseus. Yes. Okay. In which of the following inscription mentioned Chandragupta and Asoka both? It is mentioned in Junagadh inscriptions of Mahachitrapa Rudradaman. Okay. It's mentioned about the Sudarshan Lake as well. In which of the following inscriptions Ashoka edicts are also found? Where? Junagadh inscriptions of Mahachitrapa. Okay. Ashoka edicts are also found in Junagadh inscriptions of the Mahachitrapa Rudrama. It is also includes the edicts of Gupta ruler Askandagupta. There was an inscription with 14 edicts of Ashoka on a larger boulder within 2 kilometers of Upper Court Fort. The edicts also narrates the story of Sudarshan Lake, which was repaired by Rudraman first. Okay. Which one of the following is not true about the Barabar Hill caves? Which one? These inscriptions are dated by 6th century BC. This is not correct because Barabar Hill caves built by Ashoka Father Jika set, right? So these are there are all 4 caves in Barabar Hills, right, in Bihar. Inscriptions of Ashoka are found in the walls of 3 caves, right? These inscriptions found us about the dedication these caves to the Jika. Okay. It is said that this case Barabar was first built for Buddhism, but later Ashoka donated to the Ajivika sects. Okay. Like Bindusara also followed Ajivika sect. Barabar caves are situated in Jahanabad district of Bihar. Remember this. Yeah, Barabar caves are situated in Jahanabad district of Bihar. For VPSC, you can remember the district also, but for normally Bihar in Barabar caves there. These caves were heaved out from rocks for monks to live in. There are 4 caves on the Barabar Hill, out of which inscriptions of Ashoka are found on the walls of 3 caves. These caves were used by ascetics from Ajivika sects, founded by Makhali Gosala. He founded Ajivika sects, which was based on Destiny West. Bindusar also followed these sects. Okay, these rock cut these rock caves are related to Maurya period. Like Ajivika sect, we remember na? Like Chandragupta Maurya followed Jainism, and this Ashoka and his grandson Dasarath followed Buddhism, and Bindusara, okay, followed son of Ashoka. Bindusara followed Ajivika sect. Here, this one. Among Mauryan idols, the idol inscribed with the name Manibhadra Yaksha was found from which place? Parakham. Among Mauryan idols, the idol inscribed with the name Manibhadra Yaksha was found from Parakham, which is a place in the vicinity of Mathura. The statue, which is an important artifact of the art of Mathura, is now visible in Mathura Museum. The statue associated with Yaksha deity Manibhadra, yeah, who was a popular deity in ancient India. Lothal, everybody knows ancient dockyard. Sarnath, percent sermon of Buddha. Rajgir, land cattle Ashoka. No, only 1 and 2 is correct. Yeah. And 4th is Nalanda, great seats of Buddhist learning. 1, 2, and 4. Lothal, ancient dockyard. Remember. Sarnath, first sermon of Buddha. Nalanda, great seat of Buddhist learning. All these are correct. But Rajgir, land capital of Ashoka, not correct. The ancient Indian play Mudra Rakshas of Visakhadat has its subject on what subject? Court intrigue at time of Chandragupta Maurya. Okay. Mudra Rakshas by Visakhadat. Okay, remember this. Mudra Rakshas. Sometimes they also Mudra Rakshas written by Visakhadat. Remember this. Okay. According to the Dr. K.P. Jaiswal, Visakhadat and Chandragupta were contemporary. Okay, Visakhadat wrote Mudra Rakshas, Chandragupta, right? His play Mudra Rakshas described the actions of Chandragupta Maurya. He described the presence of Dura Bhisandi in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. Okay.